Hey guys, my name is Ross LLP and welcome to Things That Fall Out of My Head. Today we've got something a little bit different. I wanted to sort of start recording this as I was doing it, just so I could document what I was doing along the way, because a lot of the cosplay and prop videos that I'm hoping to bring out on the channel soon, they're going to be for things that are either complete or mostly complete, and I'll just be really documenting the end of the process or picking up on little things that I've been doing. But this one, as some of you may already realise, I managed to pick up a copy of Dishonored 2 from a local game store near where I live. I didn't end up having to go to eBay and paying extortionate prices for something that was available only a day before. And I got the mask home, and I think, like a lot of people, I was a little bit... I was impressed with it. But I was a little bit disappointed with the fact that it wasn't a wearable replica. You know, there's doubtless lots of cosplay fans out there, a lot of Dishonored fans, who really wanted this thing to be something that they could wear, you know, to weddings or to scare small children, I don't know. So I thought, why not try and see if we can make this thing wearable, a little bit more usable and a bit more impressive. And don't get me wrong, when I first got this thing, it's a very impressive piece. I don't have any pictures or video of me taking the thing apart, just because if I ruined it, I didn't want to swear too much on camera. So, I mean, I took the thing apart. I mean, you know, they've got these horrible little rubber inserts that are kind of the facsimile for the cloth, and you know, you've got these little hole bits here to hold it all together, and then there was lots of extraneous little detail pieces, like these little, I'm not sure if I can focus on there. It's just a piece of plastic, but it's made to look like it's kind of padded. That goes in the temple, and then a lot of the interior parts that I had to lose to try and make this thing a little bit more wearable was around the jaw area, and there was a lot of detail packed into, it was actually these pieces here, these separate little jaw pieces, and on the backs of here were a lot of individual little components, which I have here somewhere. So there was just lots of little kind of fangly little greebly pieces that you know, look kind of interesting, and another bit there, I'm not really sure what that is, but they were all held together with these little plastic pegs of varying sizes. Actually, you can't see those, can you? These little plastic pegs. And basically, on the inside of this mask, I had to just cut down through each of these little pegs. They were kind of layered up, and each detail piece was then slotted in. So you can see on this piece here, where there's two holes there, that would have slotted in here, and then another piece would have gone on, and then another little spacer. And basically, it looked fantastic, but it was just, there was a lot of stuff in there that was stopping getting your face into it. Alongside this lovely piece here, which is the metal frame with the little steampunky doodads on the side here. And this is what the optics were attached to, and this just basically mounted inside the piece. There's the bottom half of the mask. You can sort of see how that would fit in there like that. But, you know, the rubber mask piece just smelt terrible. There's no way you'd be able to wear that with that in there. It was taking up a lot of room. So after cutting out the red rubber fabric facsimile and taking out this, which was just located with a couple of little pins on here, which I just cut through, really everything just kind of slotted out. I think these little pieces here were used to hold the jaw together, and once they were cut off, that all just kind of slid out. I ended up removing the two jaw pieces because they were attached with some pretty flimsy plastic imitation wire, so you can just about see where it attached here. So I will be rewiring this with proper copper wire to make it a little bit stronger. But basically this, luckily, once I'd cut away this big lump here, which is where the stand attaches so you can stand the whole thing up, this part here and the depth of the thing is actually a pretty good fit for my face. I'm only a small guy, so, you know, I'm, what, 5'7", maybe 10 stone or so I'm not exactly a big guy. But just where the brow piece here lines up very nicely just above my eyes, this part here reaches just down into the bridge of my nose. This is about the right size for the top of my head at the front. It's a little bit too narrow, but it's pretty flimsy, so that can hopefully be just gently heated and warped out a little bit. Just noticed a little bit of verdigris paint down there, very nice. So I'm going to keep that part. All of these little greebly bits I'll probably find a use for somewhere. Another one there, and there's a set of those for each side. But the other bits I'm really keen to keep is these little optic parts. I'm not sure whether the camera will be able to focus on those properly, but no, you'll have to take my word for it. But this has got like a little camera style shutter in there and a nice plastic cover on that side. There is another one of those, I hope somewhere around here, but that's got cool 3 little lenses in there to make it look like it can kind of focus and zoom and do whatever else it does in the game. And then of course the main part of it, if I can just manoeuvre around my camera and my mic here, is this bad boy. Let me just get these out of the way. Now, this part was actually pretty cool. I mean, this is all one large part, so it's pretty solid. You know, I had to clip away where all of the octaves fitted in here. You know, there's obviously a space for your nose, and these are the cheek pieces. I mean, having tried this briefly on my face, I mean, these little parts here, where they stick in here, are going to need to be bent outwards slightly. I had to trim little piece off of here because it was digging into my head and wasn't very comfortable, but overall, for the proportions of my head, this is actually a pretty good shape. And now that I've removed most of the interior, it actually fits onto my face pretty well. As I say, there's, you know, the jaw part needs widening very slightly, but you know, it's this. I'm guessing this is a thermoplastic, so I can heat it, bend it out very gently. Maybe reinforce it with some extra wire or something, but I'll eventually clip these away as well and replace those with some proper brass wire. But yeah, I just thought I'd sort of show you guys my disassembly of this to begin with, because if anyone out there is thinking of doing it themselves, I mean, yes, it's definitely possible. A lot of these little pieces here, you know, the bits and pieces that held it all together. Oh, there's the other eyepiece. It's pretty funky. A little support for your nose. So that one and the other one, which I've now lost, there it is, can be aligned like a little pair of glasses, that way up. And so I'll use that as the basis of where these are going to go on my face. So let's put those into view, like that. So they can be assembled like a little pair of glasses inside here, and I'm thinking about doing something like that with maybe an old pair of glasses themselves in there, so you can slot this on like a pair of glasses. If not, I'll be putting some leather straps around it just to hold it on to your head. The horrible, he says, rubbery nastiness, and this stuff stinks, will be replaced with some nice padded fabric in there. But yeah, as I say, a lot of these little bits, they're not going to be usable again. You're not going to get the kind of detail back into it that it started with, which is, you know, it's fine for me, because I'm not going for 100% authenticity here if I make it up again. I mean, these little pieces, they're nice little details. I might be able to work these back in somewhere at the side, just to give another little interesting detail in there. Yeah, it's definitely possible to take it apart. As I say, there are going to be bits of this that you're not going to be able to reuse, you know, whatever that was. I think that supported the jaw. That was another little detail of the jaw piece. And the jaws themselves are going to have to be realigned very slightly compared to where they were originally. But again, they will fit back inside the mouth. They do fit pretty much over my jaw. So in theory, this thing should actually be pretty well fitted to me. As I say, I'm a little guy. This does fit me okay. If you're, you know, 6'5" and, you know, 20 stone, this probably isn't going to fit your head. I mean, there's a chance you could remove these little central supports here. I didn't want to, because I didn't want to weaken the overall structure of the thing. You know, they're glued in rather than being part of the overall structure. Same as this little pipey thing here, and this little greebly thing on the top here, and these are all just glued in. They can be detached, but I'm just going to leave them where they are if I can. So over the next couple of weeks I'm going to be looking at reattaching the jaw pieces. I'm going to get the optics back in here. They're probably going to need to push well forward, so they're going to come right up into the eye socket here rather than sitting back. It was a lovely detail on this originally that they were set back slightly, and they did have the little nose pieces so it looked like it would fit over your nose like a pair of glasses. Unfortunately I can't do that now because I want to get this thing onto my face. But the gold piece here, so it's getting a little cluttered in here, but that is going to fit back in here as it did originally, at a slightly altered angle. It's going to be slightly more forward like that, instead of way up here. So we'll still be able to see these nice little bits at the sides, and it means I can remount my optics in there so that they're not, you know, touching my eyes, and I'll be able to wear this without blinding myself. So yeah, I mean, for this stage, that's kind of, I just wanted to get it on camera a little bit that yes, you can disassemble this thing, you know. You're definitely not going to be able to put it back together again, unless you can work out exactly where all the glue is being applied. You know, you could possibly crack off some of these details rather than cutting them, but I just found it so much quicker just to saw them off one at a time with a hacksaw blade. Just being careful and looking where things are attached, you know, not just recklessly cutting into stuff. There's a lot of detail on here I didn't want to ruin. But this will then get a full repaint. There might be a couple of extra elements I'm going to sculpt onto here, but hopefully over the course of the next few weeks we should have a wearable Corvo mask. This isn't going to be for everyone, and certainly it's something that is going to be a bit of a challenge for me, even though I've been doing, you know, prop builds probably of about this complication, maybe, you know, even more so for quite a few years. But I'm very conscious that I don't want to rush into this and ruin you know, what is actually a pretty cool replica. I'm really looking forward to getting in and playing the game on this one. And also to go alongside this, if I can find it somewhere, he says, noise of sorting things later, we have one of these, which is the 3D printed kit of Corvo's knife. This is actually the one modelled after the first Dishonoured game. I'm not too sure how it differs in the second one, but once this is finished, you know, the handle opens up and the blade extends. I've got that somewhere. There we go. So this blade sort of slots inside and it all extends out. I'm only about halfway through painting it at the moment. As I say, this is a 3D printed kit. It's made of plastic, just in case anyone gets worried. I mean, it's pretty bendable. You know, it's not going to do anyone any damage. But these, I will give details of where all of these came from in the next video, when hopefully I'll be putting a little bit more together. So, thank you guys. You know, as I've said before, we're going to hopefully try and get some more of these cosplay videos up. Maybe some little prop reviews, little things I'm working on. But I really just wanted to, you know, get this on camera that I've disassembled it. It's kind of getting ready to go towards building it back up, and you know, hopefully it's something a little bit different on the channel. You know, so yeah, look out for more of these, and barring, you know, me doing a little piece to camera after this, I'll finish this up here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bish will be back with me, obviously, playing some more games. We've got some, what are we playing? We've got some Evil Within, we've got some more Attack on Titan coming, so, you know, if you like what you're seeing, you want to see some more of these kind of non-video game kind of things I'm fucking about with, leave us a like, leave us a comment. There's going to be a few collaborations with Bish as well soon, as things she wants to make. So yeah, check back soon. Thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye!